Hi, I'm George Hemingway and we're here at the Scottish 6 Days trial.
A microphone and put a handlebar grip on it. I didn't sort it out.
Get a tyre lever with a grip on it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Being all black.
I know, right?
Just over 3/4 way around the world. So
Perfect, right. So we've got some...
So it is the Sunday of the Scottish 6 Day trial. Today is the parade day. Before we get into anything, I'd just like to thank today's sponsor for this video. This is going to be the interview section. So this is going to be sponsored by Trial Magazine. They're a fully trial-based publication, from reviews to world-class events, and we'll hear more about them later in the video. So today, just behind me, you can see this is where the riders are going to be scrutineered. They'll have some paint put on their engine casings and on the frame of the bike. This is to stop them swapping them out through the event. Anything else they're allowed to swap, change, but within a certain time limit. And then their bikes are stored in Ferme car park all night. So hopefully we're going to get a few riders over to talk. It's lovely and sunny, the wind's died down, so it should be a good day. So I believe Scrutineering will start at 10 o'clock, so riders will be coming any minute now. They're not going to be early. Some of them are just going to leave it all the way until about 2 o'clock. I believe the parade, where they go down the street, that is at 3 p.m. So they've got all day. There's plenty of stalls set up for people to look round, talk to each other. Good thing is, everywhere you look, there's a trials rider. So whether you don't know them and they're just wearing trials gear, or you see someone you know at a normal club event, it's a great day. Everyone gets involved. We've got machine examiners and stuff setting everything up ready. It's a long day for them. They put in a lot of commitment, so do all the officials through the event. So it's a massive thank you to all those guys, because this event wouldn't be run without them, from section setters, route markers, results, everything. Just a massive thank you to them. So the plan is, when the riders get here, anyone who's willing to come up for a chat, I'll ask them some questions. They'll stand where I'm standing and hopefully get some insights for the Scottish for you guys, and should be a good day. A lot of the riders do know me. The channel is growing a little bit, so I was at the pre-65 yesterday and more people are saying, hi, I watch your stuff, well done, cheers. So we're growing, we're slowly growing, slowly but surely, but should be a good day. I'm very excited. This is my favourite event of the year by far, and when the sun's out, it's just that bit better. So I have had to put my Trials Mania hoodie on, but it is still sunny. Lovely day for it. Hopefully it's like it's all week. The machine examiners are just getting the paint sorted and ready, as the riders will be coming through soon. Got some wipes to clean off any oil or anything, and then they'll be putting the paint on the bikes, the frame.
Nice, mate.
yeah, thanks. They're putting the bikes on the frame and the engine casings. These are the bits that they can't swap out through the event, so if they break, it's the end of the week for them. Anything else they are allowed to swap out, but within their time limit, or in the 20 minutes that they have to work on the bikes in the morning. Yeah, you can just see them prepping here, getting ready. So these are the people that make the events run. So without them, this event wouldn't happen every year. And I believe we might have our first rider. Who have we got? 108. First rider through. I imagine 108. He looks quite young, so he might be a youngest rider. He might be on L plates, which means he'll be doing the event on a 125. Not the easiest of challenges, but if you're a good rider, you can get a good result. Harry Hemingway got 6th in his first year on a 125 and 3rd on his second year, so that's impressive. But I believe he's up onto a 300 this year, so I'm sure he's excited about that. But first rider's just going up now. I I did just ask Sam Yeomans for an interview, but he said he'd need a few beers first before getting behind the camera and answering some questions, so maybe I'll get him later on in the week and just spring it on him one morning when I come to the paddock when he's getting ready to set off, or the end of an event. One of the two. I'm going to get some answers out of him. Riders started to come in now. Got a few bites lined up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5's already in. 288, I think it is. So plenty more to come. We're going to be here all day, and there's going to be a big queue later. So hopefully there's going to be plenty of people that's going to want to talk and not need a few beers like Sam. So during the Scottish, you're going to see people on brand new bikes, or some even old bikes. There was a group of riders that were on TYZs last year. Fair effort from them. So the guy who's just come through last had a brand new beater, so he's all kitted out and ready to go. We got Jamie. I'm sure Jamie will have a talk with us. Yeah, we'll grab Jamie.
You know what I think you should do next year? Tyre lever.
Yeah, I was going to get a microphone and put a handlebar grip on it, but I didn't sort it out.
Get a tyre lever with a grip on it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right,
Compromise. Are we rolling?
We are. Right, we're here with Jamie Galloway. Are you excited for the Scottish?
Oh, keen as ever.
Yeah.
Keen as ever.
So obviously you being Scottish, what would it mean to you if you would be able to win this event?
Oh, it mean the world.
Yeah.
Like when everyone in Scotland, all they speak about 6 days all year. So for a Scotsman to win it would be absolutely unreal. So yeah.
So along with you do the trial GPs, have you had much time to get some prep in? I've seen a few Instagram, you get pretty much going snorkeling on the bike, it's been that deep. You got much prep in at all, or?
We've got a good 2-3 weeks up north, sort of up by Inverness, so went up there, but not a huge amount of time. Obviously a different bike, a lot softer than the one we'd ride at the World Rounds, but still, there's not an awful amount. As long as you get the bike running fine,
yeah,
it should be alright, yeah.
So last year you were boasting a bit about your helmet. Have you got another new wrap this year?
I've got a new wrap. Amp did it. She is a sweet bit of equipment. Obviously got the top same as last year, and then we've went a bit fancy on the sides. So
we won't miss you.
No, you'll see me anyway.
Yeah.
Big thank you to everyone on it that helps me.
Lovely stuff. Well, we'll leave it at that then. So good luck in the week, and keep your feet up when you see me with the camera.
I'll try.
Yeah. Right. Good luck.
See you in a bit. Cheers.
Right. So we're here with Jake, looking smart in his army uniform. What's it? Are you excited to be riding with the army team this year?
Yeah, it should be a good experience, especially going around with the army team, and it's a bit different, isn't it?
So how many times have you rode the Scottish now?
Twice.
Third
time.
Is there a particular part that you get to that day and you think, oh, I'm not looking forward to this?
Yeah, witches.
Say, Jake has a habit of whenever he sees me with the camera, he either ends up with a bike in the air and him on the floor, or he ends up putting a foot down when he doesn't need to. So hopefully that doesn't happen this week. Hopefully you have a good ride.
Yeah,
you got a new bike just to... When did you get it?
Got it last week. Last Sunday, off Acklands.
Have you had much time before that and on the new bike at all, or are you just going into it hoping for the best?
No, to be fair, I've done a little bit of practice.
That's good.
So it should be a good week.
Yeah, well, I'll see you through the week, man. We'll have plenty of sweets, so I'm sure you'll take plenty.
Yeah.
There's plenty of photos from last year if you're taking them. And good luck.
Thank you.
Right, so now we're with Emma Dable. She's been with James Dable for 23 years. She is his wife, obviously. Got 3 kids to look after, as well as looking after James in the 6 days trial. So Emma, 1 to 10, 10 the highest, what's your nerves going through the week?
I am pretty nervous. I feel like he's still got it in him for a win, but there's a lot of up and coming riders now. So I'd probably say my nerves are at a 10.
So is there anything in particular that you have to do that James asks you to do throughout the week?
He likes like a specific lunch. Every now and then if he fancies it, he will have like the burger or the hot dog, but he does like chicken, veg and rice lunches each week, which me and his mum do together. His mum's a massive support this week. So me and his mum together make sure he's got the food that he asks for. He preps the van himself. We just have to be, he knows the spots we'll be at, and again his dad kind of preps the routes. So yeah, we just try and tend to be where he asks us to be and give him the food that he wants.
So when James finishes on whatever day, Whose job is it to sort his boots out, clothing? Is that yours, or does James prefer to do it?
That's his own. He sorts his own boots out, he sorts his own helmet out. His clothing he'll take off if it's mucky. He'll give it to us to wash, me and his mum again. We'll wash it, or if it's all okay, he sorts all that himself.
So it's definitely a family support network for
Definitely,
you guys.
definitely.
With you having 3 kids as well, with Ada, obviously, Noah and Archie.
This week wouldn't be possible without his parents, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do this on my own with the kids. I need his mum and dad.
So what do the kids think to James riding the 6 days? Is it something they'd like to do in the future?
Yeah, they've spoke about it. We don't push Trials too much just because Daddy rides. They do have bikes themselves and they do ride. My dad bikes is massively into my family. That's how I met James, through coming to Trials myself. My gramps rode the Pre-65. My dad and my brother have both rode the 6 day. My brother and my dad rode the Pre-65 this year, but unfortunately didn't finish. So they've said they'd like to ride 1 year, but we'll see what happens. Like I say, we don't push it. At the moment they're enjoying riding, so fingers crossed they will ride with James 1 year, like the Hemingways this year.
Yeah.
I think it'll be super special.
Have you ever wanted to go on a Trials bike and have a go? No.
I can ride one, but not for me.
That's as far as it
That's
goes.
as far as it goes.
Right, well thanks a lot, Emma. Good luck for the week and good luck for James. And thanks for sparing a few minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Park Ferme, car park, is starting to fill up with bikes now. Got a few rider interviews. I'd say there's a good 60, I'd say about 60 bikes now. All the British Army team's gone through because they've got to go off and get a photo ahead of the parade. So they're all matching and looking all smart. See, this end one here is taller than the others, and it seems to be that all the people that are shorter draw the short straw, no pun intended, and end up on the one that's higher, so they're struggling to keep hold of their bike. So it's a funny watch, to be fair. I'm hoping the weather stays like this all week. The sun's out, it's not too windy. I don't mind if it gets cold, but if it rains, it's just a ball ache. Like, it just makes everything more difficult. I know some riders like it when the sections are wet and it is raining. I think Joe Spiver said that to me. So we'll have to see. Fingers crossed it stays nice. I don't think it's going to be as nice as I think it was 2019 I came up and I got sunburn. I was in shorts all week, it was beautiful. But it's not meant to be bad. I think it rains on Friday this week. Little Trials Mania weather forecast for you. But I've not checked in a few days, so it could change. So one thing that will happen tomorrow is rider number 1 is always Scottish, so they'll start the event because it's in Scotland. The first rider is always Scottish. It always runs like that. It always has run like that, I believe. So number 1, I haven't got a programme to hand, not sure who you are, but it's nerve-wracking starting up on that where you start your bike and your bike's not starting because it's cold, and it's like, come on, start, please, start. So good luck to you on your first kick in the morning. So, are you excited for the Scottish 6 day?
Yeah, I'm nervous, Joel. I'm excited. The body's broken but repairing it, all in equal measures. Yeah, it's a bit of all sorts, buddy.
Is there a certain bit that, of everything else, you're more nervous for, like the roars possibly, or?
Honestly, my body's surviving it. That's the only real thing. I'm not worried about dropping marks. I don't think I'm going to fear Mr. Raga or Mr. Lampkin anywhere. I'm an older boy. I'm 52, doing my first time. Yeah, just worried about the old carcass surviving. So I'm going to go in self-preservation mode, Joel.
So seeing your riding gear, at the moment the weather's all right with it being all black.
I know, right?
So, of course, we'll have this kind of weather.
I've been sent loads of pictures of black jelly babies. I'm the black jelly baby, all right.
Well,
I'll spoil your video.
How are you?
I'm
You all
alright,
right?
Stu, yeah, good, man.
Good tell.
well, I hope you have a good week anyway.
Thank you, boss.
Keep your feet up when you see me all.
Well, I can't guarantee that. We'll get some pics and send to me, mate.
Yeah, I go to the hard sections.
Yeah.
You're blowing a curse.
Yeah, fingers crossed. One day at a time. If I get through day 1, that's a win. If I get through day 2, it's a bigger win.
Yeah, well, I'll see you through the week.
Top man.
Hi, I'm Dan Clark.
So you rode the pre-65 the last 2 days. How did you find that?
Yeah, really good. I do enjoy the pre-65, but there's a lot of pressure up there. You cannot make a mistake. And on the Friday, unfortunately, I had a dab. So, but then went clean on Saturday. But even if I had gone clean, Bobble's older than me, so it works in his favour anyway, which is good. And I'm happy for Bobble to take the win.
So, how many times have you done the Scottish 6-day trial?
I started in '96, 2002 and 2003. I've led it till I think Thursday, but then I always go tired and don't do very well. So we'll hopefully see how we go this week.
Yeah, so what brings you back each year? What do you love about this event?
Just what a place to ride your bike. You cannot get it better up here. The scenery, the atmosphere. You're with the best riders in the world. It's just brilliant. But this year I'm minding for Alice Minter, so I'll be helping her as much as I can and hopefully having a good week.
Yeah, well, good luck in the week and hope you have fun.
Thank you.
So, are you excited for the Scottish 6 days this year?
Yeah, of course I am. It's the best week of the year, and finally managed to ride around with my brother and dad and Ben this year. So there's four Hemingways all together. It's going to be a belter of a week.
Well, so this is your third year now, and you've had two pretty successful years. On the 1, 2, 5. You've got sixth first year and a third.
And last year, yeah.
Did you miss out by, was it one more for second place?
I think it's something daft like, yeah, it's been really close. So first 2 years on the 125, now finally on the 300. And yeah, hoping to go better than the last couple of years, but you never know. There's so many good riders that can do it, so it's going to be a hard week, but definitely a good one at that.
So, do you give your brother any advice, or are you trying to narrow the download to make sure he doesn't beat you?
Yeah, I know. No, definitely be helping him out. I mean, if I don't win, I want him to win. So yeah, definitely, it is what it is. And at the end of the day, trials, you've got to ride it yourself. So you can do what you want, but you're the one that's got all the bars at the end of the day. So yeah, definitely won't be an easy week, but it's going to be good.
Well, good luck in the rest of the week.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm George Hemingway and we're here at the Scottish 6 Days Trial.
So you're excited for your first year at Scottish?
Yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. First year at Scotland. Obviously I've been up here for the past 17 years watching Dad and then Harry for the past 2 years. But finally my time to come and ride it, and yeah, I can't wait. Got the 125 ready and should be a good little bike.
So your brother rode 125 in 2023 and got sixth. Is that your goal, to try and beat him or get an equal score, or are you just going to get your head down and see how?
No, definitely a goal, but you got to see how it goes. It's a long week, a lot of hard sections and a lot of concentration, so we'll see how it goes. Obviously I want to try to do better, but the most important thing is just enjoy it.
So is there any specific advice that your dad or brothers gave you, or is there something that you want to look like the most, like see how they ride or something? Yeah,
if you see a big back bog, don't go straight into it. No, ride the V's and bend the knees, that's all really.
Lovely stuff. Well, good luck in your first Scottish 6 day, and keep your feet up when you see the camera.
Cheers.
So how many times have you rode the Scottish 6 days?
This is my 29th Scottish 6 Days trial.
So this year you've been riding with both your lads.
Yep.
What's that feeling like?
Unbelievable. When they were small and they used to play in this car park, John Lampkin used to set them sections up on the Trials push bikes. I was dreaming of this day. I never thought it'd come around as quick, but now it's here. Yeah, it's a very special feeling.
So what kind of advice would you give George with it being his first event?
What can I give advice to George? I don't know really. George has been here since he was 2 months old, so he's watched the event, for 17 years. Plus George is a 17-year-old in a 45-year-old man's body. He's very, very switched on, is George. So advice-wise, I've just sort of told him just to not rush, not panic, stick with his Uncle Ben and myself and Harry, and enjoy his week. Not get too tight and too much pressure on him. It's his first ever Scottish 6 Days trial, so hopefully he'll have a good week.
So finally, what brings you back each year? What's something that you love about the Scottish 6 Day trial?
You can't not love the Scottish 6 Days trial. Just look around you. There's 280 riders, their families, their friends, all up here. It's a very sociable, very unique event. You get to ride some of the best sections in the world over the best terrain in the world, and when the weather's good, there is no other place as good as Scotland.
Well, that's everything. Good luck in the week.
Thank you very much. See you out there.
Trials magazine is the definitive publication for motorcycle trials enthusiasts. For over 18 years, they've lived and breathed trials, bringing you the best from the modern scene to the golden eras of retro and classic. Inside every issue, you'll find expert machine tests, rider profiles, product reviews, technical insights and in-depth interviews. Their passionate team delivers comprehensive coverage of both national and international competitions. Whether you're a seasoned rider, vintage bike fan or new to the sport, Trials Magazine is your trusted source and direct route to the heart of the Trials community.
Hi everybody, I'm James Dable and I'm here at the Scottish 6 Days Trial.
So what is it that brings you back each year to ride the Scottish?
I think it's the same thing that brings everybody back each year. It's always been, and it probably always will be, my favourite trial. Look forward to it every year, being able to ride round Highlands, such a classic quality event, and just being able to enjoy it with friends and obviously try and have a good result along the way as well.
So I think you're one of 5 riders this year who's won it. What does it take to win an event like that? I know you've had some days where you've took it from someone at the very last minute. It's been a difficult week. What are the kind of obstacles you've got to go through for the week to try and get that win?
Yeah, I mean, when you're going for a win, it's always a very stressful week. I think probably more for top boys, it's more of a mental strain rather than a physical. I mean, I remember when I've won it in past that I've spent 2 weeks just absolutely knackered after mentally, so it takes its toll on you, but to be honest, I wouldn't have it any other way because I think it adds to experience. But it's just about keeping your feet up as much as you can and coming in on single figures every day, but low single figures to give yourself a fighting chance at end of week. But like we saw in 2018 when my tyre came off rim 4 sections from end, anything can happen and it's never over.
Yeah, so what year was it that you first won it?
2007 was the first year that I won it.
That was on a Montesa.
That was on a Montesa, yeah, 4-stroke.
Someone won it on a 4-stroke since 1966.
Yeah, I believe it were Alan Lampkin, 41 years previous, and I don't think there's been a winner on a 4-stroke since. So that record might go for a little bit longer yet. We don't know. We'll have to see.
So what was it like? Can you remember the feeling of winning your first Scottish 6-day trial?
Yeah, a little bit surreal really. I'd ridden around all week with Jack Lee, who was my minder at World Championship at the time, and another lad called Andy Huddleston as well. We just rode round in a nice group of 3. Really enjoyed my week, and it were, I don't know, it was strange because I had a little bit of a lead going into the last day, but you can never relax. So I think once I came out of Town Hall Bray, and I kind of knew in my own head that I'd done it, almost just like a massive weight had been lifted off my shoulders, and yeah, more of a relief more than anything to start with. But then obviously when you do presentation and it's in black and white, it's a great feeling.
Well, that's all from me. Good luck in the week and keep your feet up when you see the camera.
Cheers, thank you.
Hi, I'm Alice Minter and we're here at the Scottish 6 Days Trial.
So what is it that you love about the Scottish 6 Days Trial?
It's got to be the views. The Highlands is just absolutely incredible. You know, you're here for a week riding your bike and there's just not more you could ask really.
So you're one of the top female riders that's riding this event. You obviously got Emma to try and beat to get the #1 female rider. What have you been doing in preparation to try and get that goal?
So we've been working hard over the winter, obviously more towards the World Championship, but obviously this is one of my favourite events, so I'd like to train as much as possible for this. Last year I was quite close to Emma, I think maybe 20 or 30 marks off, so hopefully we can push as much as possible this year and aim for that top spot.
Is there anything in the Scottish 6 Day that you're dreading, like a specific day or a group or a particular part of the moors that you think, oh, I'm not looking forward to this bit?
To be honest, off the top of my head I can't really think, but this will be my 3rd year riding it and I've not yet had a really wet week, so I'm hoping it stays that way. But yeah, that's probably the worst thing.
Well, that's all. Keep your feet up when you see the camera and good luck in the rest of the week.
Thank you.
So Alex Wigg here, and we're here at the Scottish 6 Days Trial 2025.
So how many times have you rode the Scottish 16 now?
I think this is about 15 or 16. I missed one through injury, and then obviously the couple of years with COVID. So we're 35 now, and a bit of a veteran at the Ssdt, you could say. So yeah, I think it's around that number.
So you're one of 5 riders, I believe, that's riding this year that's actually won it. Did you win back in 2010?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I was 20 when I won it. So funny enough, the year before that, Doug picked me by 1. Then the year after, I had a chain off in Townhall Bray, which was pretty costly. So it was potential for a hat trick, but obviously it didn't happen. But yeah, to get 1 win was amazing. That was still probably the best day of my life winning that trial. So yeah, it was good.
So what is it that brings you back each year? Like, what do you love about the Scottish?
There's just something about the Scottish. It's hard to explain. Obviously, when younger years, you're sort of going after the win and stuff like that, and it's competitive. But now it's just an enjoyable week with your mates riding around the Highlands. Like some of the views and the places you get to ride are unbelievable. But just the crack you have with your mates on bikes, it's sort of it's golden really. That's what brings you back every year.
Do you have a specific group of sections that you love riding through, or some that you might not be looking for?
Yeah, I don't. It's hard to say. I've never looked forward to Big Dars Burn. That seems to catch me out quite often. But they're all amazing groups. Probably, I'd say Friday's probably my favourite day. It's nice. The sections are all sort of fairly close to the road, so it's good for the public and stuff like that. So I'd say probably Friday's my favourite day.
Well, that's all from me. Good luck in the week, and keep your feet up when you see the camera.
Cheers, Joel. Thanks, mate.
Right, so here we have Michael Owen from Isle of Man, owns Station Garage. It goes around looking after Caitlin Adshed. So Michael, what goes through your head when Caitlin's riding? What are you thinking about all the time?
Everything really. Everything. You worry about everything, like from the bike to how she's feeling and what she's doing. I must admit, I don't like watching her. If I go to a trial, I try and, unless if I'm mining for her, obviously then you're all hands on and everything. But if I'm actually not at the trial, I walk away when she rides a section, and I try not to watch her. And I kind of think that maybe puts a little bit of pressure on her if you're sort of standing over her and stuff like that. But yeah, you worry about everything really.
Yeah.
All the way through.
The running up to obviously the 6 days, does Caitlin sort herself out, or do you help her?
Yeah, it's changed a little bit this year. Like, she used to be sort of based on the Isle of Man and everything. Now she's away at university. Emma and James are helping her and looking after her and stuff like that. So I haven't really done anything this year. Joe Snellen is a sort of world round mind, and he's helping us as well, looking after the bikes and stuff. So at this present moment in time, she's done everything to the bike. Well, her and Joe have done everything to the bike and stuff like that. We've just come up to help run round after this week and make sure, to help as much as we can in what we can do. And then at the end of this week, I'm taking the bikes home, getting them ready, and then we're off to France for the first round of the Europeans.
So for this week, for the Scottish, for you, it's more a relaxed week then? Because
yeah, it's a funny week, isn't it? Because it's not like a normal, like the Manx 2 Day Trial, where you see each rider after 2 or 3 groups of sections, and you fill them with fuel and do that sort of thing. This you follow them out to chairlift or something like that, and then they're gone for 3 or 4 hours, and you don't see them. So it is quite a relaxed week, and we'll probably be able to watch this trial more than we watch most trials, because we'll go somewhere and spend the day there and see them.
Well, that's it then. Well, thanks for talking to us, and I hope Caitlin has a good ride.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
See ya.
Yeah, John Shirt here at the Scottish 6 Days Trial Paddock Day. Nice weather, a bit windy, but yeah, looking forward to it.
So you're one of the more experienced riders. What is it that you love about the Scottish 6 Day, having ridden it?
Oh, mate. I think this is 35, yeah. I just like being in the countryside, do you know what I mean? I just like being on my bike, the countryside, the long event. I've always been obsessed with it, even back to when Mick Andrews was my hero back in the day, and crikey, I've been up here since I was probably 3 or 4 years old, so yeah, it's a special place for me up here for sure. So
I did a bit of working out, so you've done it 34 times.
Yeah.
If we worked out at about 90 miles a day, the amount of times you've done it, you've covered 18,360 miles trials doing the Scottish. That's just over 3/4 way around the world. So there's only one person I think is going to top that. That's Nigel Burke.
Yeah, Burke's just another level.
He's done more than
he'll just keep going. But it's listen, when like Burke's and myself, there is no goal. There's no sort of targets. It's just we enjoy it. You know, people say to me, especially with racing enduro, they go, "Oh, what are you still doing riding?" Because I enjoy it. It is work related. I'm trying to fly the flag of different things, but I like riding bikes, and Burke's likes riding bikes. So as long as my body will allow me, I've just had a few injuries last year, but as long as my body will allow me, I'll just keep going because I enjoy it.
So obviously you ride, but you also run a business. What's it like preparing yourself but also preparing the business going into the Scottish 6 days?
The pressure's off a lot now. Now I'm not the gas importer. Do you know what I mean? Before, you know, I used to be really good up here, but I was the importer as well. Trying to make sure you've got like 10, maybe 15 team riders. Trying to look after 50 riders on gas. Trying to look after my staff in the paddock. It was a lot to manage, and obviously I'm not the gas importer anymore. So I'm up here really as a bit of a holiday, dare I say. My family's up here. I'm still riding gas because I sell gas, I sell beta, I sell TRS. But for me, the main brand, I guess, for me this year is S3 because S3 are putting a lot in. So yeah, we're pushing a lot with S3. But at the end of the day, tomorrow morning, I mean, I was joking with Richard Timperley last week. We can't wait for Section 1 and we can have some, you know, we can relax.
Yeah.
So it is, yeah, it's the trial is what we're here for. Business-wise, listen, as I say, when it comes to Monday morning, I'm just trying to have fun.
Well, that's all from me. Good luck in the week, and just try and keep your feel when you see the camera.
Yeah. All right, cheers, Joel.
No worries.
Cheers, mate.
Good morning, I'm John Lampkin from Beta UK. I'm going to show you around our Beta Scottish 6 Days service setup. I say, as you can see out here, we've got all the stands ready for the riders. That's really starting from Monday. You know, when the riders come back into the paddock, then obviously we're ready with tools, spanners, whatever else they need. If you want to follow me along here, we've got all the spare parts in here. So this is Gary. He looks after all the spare part side for us. So basically, whatever somebody wants on a Beta, we should have. And round here, we've got tyre changing set up. You know, so we've got three bays. You know, so people can change the tyres at waist height. Then if you come inside. This is our home for the week. We basically have a couple of benches. Even though we're not supposed to work on the bikes, the organisers are sensible. If we can help, if a rider's got a serious problem, especially with something like brakes or overheating or something silly, then they do allow us to help a little bit. So we're pretty much geared up with two bays here. We've got every tool and every spanner and everything that you could need. And also, because we're undercover in here, if the weather's bad, then that helps us to be able to work on the bikes properly. So, like everybody, we need a little bit of luck. So tomorrow we're going to see what happens.
Hi everyone, I'm Alfie Lampkin. We're here at the 2025 Scottish 6 Days trial, and yeah, really looking forward to it this year.
So what do you love about the Scottish 6 Day trial?
So I love that the trial's 6 days long. I mean, we never ride anything that's 6 days long and everything counts each day. And it's just amazing the places we get to ride, like on top of the moors and the mountains. It's just like unbelievable. You never see any views like it. So yeah, it's so unique being up in the Highlands. And yeah, I just really enjoy riding in the rivers. I quite like a traditional style of riding. So riding the streams is something I love, and yeah, enjoyed it every year. I've only done it 2 years, but I've enjoyed it both years, and yeah, hopefully we'll enjoy it this year too.
So you won the 300 this year?
Yeah, 300 this year.
Are you excited about that, getting off the 125 now?
Yeah, so now I'm 19, I can finally ride a 300, so sorted on my bike test out, got that done, and yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot easier on the roads and the moors. Dragging that 125 through the bogs on the moors was definitely challenging, but no, yeah, I think the 300's nice in the sections as well. You get like a lot of roll, and you can ride it on the bottom end a lot more rather than the 125. You have quite a lot of clutch and everything. So yeah, no, it's definitely going to be. Hopefully, it's going to be better.
So you're riding with your dad and brother this year. What's that feeling like? Are you excited?
Yeah, really excited. My brother doesn't ride much trials anymore. He's more into his enduro, but yeah, we've been out practicing a few times, and he's been riding quite well. So yeah, it'll be a good fun week with them both, I think.
Yeah, so we'll have a walk round the tent now. And
yeah.
See what we've got.
Perfect. Right. So we've got some mats here. This is where Dad's bike. He'll do his bike here after each day, and then I'll do mine on this one. We've got the tool rack with all the tools we might need, and then yeah, everything, all the sizes that's on a Vertigo really, with all the spanners. It's all set out ready for anyone, so everyone can just come and get them when they want. Yeah, food room and coffee room. Fraser's sat in the corner on his phone. And round the back this is where we'll change the tyres. So I think I'll change the tyre halfway through the week. And yeah, tyre changing, compressors, not much else to be honest. A bench if we need to do anything a bit more seriously, we'll get the bike on the bench and everything. And then round this corner, under the S3 tent, we've got the trailer with all the spare parts in for all the Vertigo riders. And yeah, she's stocked up ready in case we break anything. Hopefully we don't, but we'll see. And yeah, that's about it. Quite a simple setup.
Yeah, well, good luck in the week, and just keep your feet up when you see me with the camera.
Thank you very much. I'll try my best. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm Joe Spivey, and I'm at the Scottish 6-day trial.
So, is this your 10th time competing now?
Yeah, this is number 10. Been doing it every year since I was 16.
You've not had one retirement?
Not one retirement. Finished every one. So
good numbers. Not many people manage that. So
be nice to get number 10 in.
Yeah.
Hopefully get a decent result. But I'm just here to enjoy it and have a good time. Hopefully.
Can you remember what one of your best results has been?
58th I came was my best year. I think that was 2019.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can get close to that. But nice getting top 50. But if I don't, and that's it. So.
What's some of your favourite stuff about the event?
Just enjoying it with my mates, seeing the scenery, just enjoying it really. And riding the sections, you don't get to ride anything like this anywhere else in the world.
Well, that's it from me. Good luck at weekend. Keep your feet up.
Cheers, Joel.
Hi, my name's Jack Dance. We're here at the Scottish 6 Days event, and here we go.
So, what are you looking forward to about the Scottish 6 Day?
Riding a 300 this time.
Yeah.
125 was good, but you know, just that bit more power would be lovely across the moors and on the road. So, looking forward to it.
So, who are you riding around with this year?
Well, we've got John Shirt, and we've got Danny Butler with Trial Tube, and also Ssdt. So it's going to be a good day. Well, good week really. We've got a good group. Hopefully this weather's going to carry on.
Yeah, I hope so.
And we'll see how it goes, but looking forward to it.
So after riding it a few times now, is there any specific groups that you enjoyed or dreaded when you rode it last?
To be honest, I can't remember any of the names.
No.
I remember them. Certain sections, you know, they're quite spectacular. They're slippery, and you know, it's like a good accomplishment to clean them or do well in the sections. So you always want to do clean. You always want to do really well. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
So where did you finish last time?
I was 7th.
So you're going to want to beat that this time, right?
Of course.
Yeah, obviously you're going to want
yes.
to win, but definitely try and beat that 7th.
Yeah.
Now you're on a 300 as well.
Yeah. Some would say no excuses, but you never know how the week's going to go.
So that's all from me. Good luck in the week, and just keep your feet up when you see me with the camera.
Thank you very much. I'm sure you'll be there with the camera, so I'll look out for you. Try and keep my feet up.
Yeah.
See you in a bit.